Jared, what's up, dude?
Hey man, how are you doing?
Good, brother. I can hear you. I just can't see you yet.
Yes, let me get that fixed for you. Cool, there we go.
There he is, the man, the myth, oh, Genesis.
Yeah, man, that's where I'm at.
So, hey, I used to work at Genesis. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. So,
Oh,
uh,
really? Cool.
I worked there for about 2.5 years as a fitness manager. So, I was like the top fitness manager producer for 2.5 years back in the day.
Badass, man. Yeah, they're all right. They've helped me grow a lot, but I feel like I'm reaching my ceiling there, and it's just hard to reach as many people as I'd like. You know, I have people that are an hour away from me that want help. I have people down in Florida that are family members who want help. I'm like, man, how do I get to these people? And this kind of seems like the only way.
Yeah. So, you are in the same exact boat as me. So, there's going to be an earning cap. Are you a fitness manager? Or are you a
I'm
trainer? Or
not.
what is
I'm just a personal trainer there. So I've been there a little over a year now. So I have a really good boss. He helps me out getting new clients and stuff. So that's cool. But I'm training about 30 hours a week right now. I have some clients twice a week, a couple, 3 times a week, a lot once a week. Unfortunately, I'd like to get some people out that I could work with more and actually, really help them. But yeah, man, I guess I feel like I've kind of been in that same spot for 4 or 5 months there, like training this many hours a week. It's hard to fill in those little gaps, and it's just some, I guess, just the clientele at Genesis like is good, but some of them are, I don't know. I didn't get a lot of help on the sales aspect at the beginning. So like I was told to like, oh, if they don't want to buy, then lower your rate immediately. So like I got a lot of clients signed up at too low of a rate. And like now that I'm filling up, I'm like, man, if I had these people at just a little bit higher rate, I would have been doing a lot more well off, but I didn't really understand that stuff in the beginning. So there's just a lot of things that I need to like get a little more organized with. Like I'm still young and I'm very passionate, but just as I filled up, I kind of got a little bit disorganized, and I feel like that's what I'm struggling with right now. And I just
I
feel like
got
there's
you.
no more growth at Genesis. There's no more continuing education. So I just feel kind of stuck right now. And I feel like I can't make a lot more there. And it'd be hard to be a manager in a club like that.
Yeah. How many so you're training about 30 hours a week. How many clients are you training in total?
18.
Okay. 18 clients. What's how much are they taking out of your commission?
So I get paid like I'm on a 42%. So when I initially sell them, so like say if I sell them a package of 10 sessions, $70 an hour, I would get paid 21% of that on the day. And then I would get paid the other 21% as I service out the sessions.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. So they're taking a ton of your pay. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
saying?
That's the other aspect of it.
I got you. I remember this is like a bad dream for me.
Yeah, man.
I remember this
It's
exactly.
tough.
Okay, cool. As far as what do we need to make to replace your current income? What are you making over at Genesis right now?
I'm probably making, honestly, not quite. I'm probably making about 3,500 a month. So I'd like to
Nice.
make at least 6K a month to 5 to 6K a month to want to leave there, because I also do another part-time job bartending, and I absolutely fucking hate that, man. Like I barely drink. It's just to fill in the income and like get cash flow so I can actually do what I love during the week, which
Yeah,
is being a coach.
I got you. So what are you bringing in from bartending?
I probably bring in a little less than 2 grand a month from that.
Okay, so we'll just call it right around 1,500. So you're bringing in probably close to 5K combined. Is that right?
Yes. Yep.
Besides that, one, you're feeling completely unfulfilled, and one, you just fucking hate,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
I got you. Cool. As far as industry averages, okay, so online coaching anywhere between 250 a month on the low end up to 500 per month on the upper end. You've been some skin in the game now. Are you certified? What certifications do you have?
I'm certified through NASM, so I just have the basic CPT through them, which was like the starting certification. Genesis helped me paid for it, which was great. So I just
Yeah.
got that through them when I first came on with the company, and then now I'm kind of starting to look at what other certs would be worth it, what would really expand my repertoire and actually get my clients the most value out of the training that I'm giving them.
I got you. So first case, you got NASM, which is dope because our program is actually backed by ACE NASM and ISSA. So this would be continuing education credits for you for NASM. So that
Oh, cool.
lines This is also going to be a tax write-off for you as well. This can be your business. So that's pretty dope. But let's just say you're charging right around, on average, $400 a client for your online. Okay, could be more, could be less, depending on what you're offering. But let's just say on average $400. If you had 15 clients, that gets you $6K a month. And that's all we
Yeah.
need, 15 clients. We had 25 clients, that gets that 10K a month, where we're sitting pretty. We don't have to bartend. We don't have to do shit anymore, right?
Yeah.
We can run our own hours.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So now that you know the industry averages, we know what you need to make to feel comfortable to leave. How big, what's your overall vision? Like, what are you trying to turn this thing into?
I mean, I want this to be my lifelong career. I got into this because I blew out my ACL when I was 17. I was overweight before that. I learned all about nutrition, all about healthy eating, getting enough sleep, stretching, recovery, this, that. I had a really awesome physical therapist, and I lost 40 pounds in 3 months just doing physical therapy. And
Wow.
so I went from 180 to 140, and I was just I felt better than I ever did. And I was like, wow, they always say kids have the most energy, and when you get to your 20s and 30s that you're going to be worn out. And I'm like, no, fitness is literally the way. It just changed my life so much, and I felt so vibrant every day. And I was like, man, the impact this guy had on me in a short time, he actually changed my life and made me go out into the world with a completely different direction. I'm like, just to be able to impact people, I wanted to do that. And then I worked with a trainer for a little bit at Lifetime a couple years ago, and he's one of my teammates from jiu-jitsu, and he poured into me a lot. And I was only able to do 12 or 15 sessions with him, but he dogged me every day. He pushed me hard as fuck. And I was so sore. And I was just like, man, this is the standard I want to hold myself. This is the standard I want to help other people reach. I want to help people get this confidence and work on themselves. And I just had never felt like I worked on myself like that until I was in the gym. And it just led to so many other things for me. And I've seen that in other people. So it's I just love that. And I think no matter what job or what passion you have in life, you need fitness to be better at that. Whether if you're a car mechanic or whether if you work at a desk or you do real estate, you need to be fit to be confident in yourself and to stand tall. So everybody needs that.
100%, man. I love that. So cool, man. Let's see here. Sounds like you've had some mentors, you've tried some training, you got certified.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else that we've tried to make this online thing an actual reality?
Or sorry, could you re-ask the last part of that question?
Yeah, is there anything else that we've tried to make this online business an actual reality, or is this our first steps?
No, I have not really reached for the online thing at all yet. So the reason I got associated, I have a buddy who works out at my gym at the location of Genesis. He's an online coach. He looks the part. He has guys talking to him in there that he works with online. And he was telling me all about it, and he's able to travel and do some cool stuff. And then I basically just came across one of you guys' ads on Instagram, and then I was clicked on it, followed you guys, because I was actually interested in coming to the Next Level Coaching Summit in October down in Austin. I'm not sure if you've heard of that, but I was looking into that event, so I initially followed you guys for that, and then I got a message from the chat bot and everything, and I was like, wow, this is cool how they set this up. And it still felt pretty real, and there was a lot of information to be gained for me. And so I guess I just wanted to learn more about it and see everything that's presented online. It says you guys help people scale, and you guys get results, and you guys get people to have their own business. And that's my dream. So I guess I just wanted to learn more about it. I have no idea what the online space looks like right now. I just am so in the dark about it.
Yeah, 100%. So cool thing is you weren't talking to a bot. We don't do that. You're actually talking to a human being. So all those messages are actually a human being.
Okay, I couldn't tell at first. There were some that sounded a little weird, and then there were some that I was like, okay, this seems like a person, but
yeah, for sure. And then second thing, man, we can literally, as far as you working at Genesis, I think I read in your notes you were worried about the non-compete clause. There's actually no way they can actually track that. As long as you're not bringing anyone into the gym and you're training them. If you're training people from Omaha, even it's typically got to be within 20 minutes, a 20-mile radius from your employment. So if you're training people only online, so technically, dude, you could start this while still transitioning from Genesis.
That's exactly what I was wondering, because I have a couple clients there that I just sold a 24-pack to or something, and they're my valued clients that I really care about. So I don't want to be oh, hey, I quit. Have fun doing your 20 sessions with the next guy who comes along. I'd shit do that. But
I would probably just start slowly kind of dropping little hints hey, Really excited to finish off these sessions with you. You know, I'm actually looking at, how, in the middle of one-on-one sessions, you share information. Like, I'm actually about to
Yeah,
start my own
absolutely.
business, pretty excited. So that way you're not just, pulling them right there on the gym.
Blindsiding.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can literally, there's not going to be a non-compete clause as long as you're not training them in the gym. If you're like, hey, I actually want to do you a solid, you've been with me for 24 sessions, my online rate is actually going to be a little bit cheaper than what you're paying for in person. And I feel like we're at
Yeah.
a point now to where you're able to kind of go with the training wheels off, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you, you're gonna get the same value with me. You're still gonna get the customized workouts, the nutrition, but now we're going to do it on the online space. I'm going to save you even more coin. Most people aren't going to bat an eye at that if they can save money, right?
Yeah.
So we'll show you how to market to get people, if you want to continue at Genesis to bring people towards you, and then we just have to filter them through, Genesis, so the Genesis gets the payout. That way, that's not a problem. But if you're
Yeah.
looking to transition, we can also have it to where you're working at Genesis, but you also have your own online clients. That's something you don't need to tell Genesis about.
Yeah,
But if
for
they
sure.
were like, hey, it's like having a second part-time job, essentially, right? Besides this one
Yeah.
actually would pay you more than a full-time job.
And even my boss has said that, because I have a couple clients who like they live in Florida for the winter and like they want to
Yeah.
keep working with me this year. And I'm like, I told my boss, I'm like, man, this is a good paying client. He pays 75 an hour. I'm not going to not train him if he wants to give me his money over Zoom. Like, I'm not going
Yeah.
to pass that up. I'm not going to lose him and have him go work with somebody else and restart that process and have to learn all the movements he's been working on and his dysfunctions and this and that. Like, that's not even worth. Yeah.
Now
So,
the in-person or the online, you won't actually be on a Zoom and watching them work out. How this will be structured is we're going to be able to save you more time. So you're going to give them customized workouts based
yeah.
upon their skill sets, their limitations, all that. You'll be doing weekly check-ins, Zoom recordings, stuff like that, to where they can you can give them their macros or their how to intuitively eat, whatever it is you're going to do for them, right? But you're not
Mhm.
actually watching them. Our goal is to make sure we're serving more people in less time. Okay. So you're giving them programs and then they do their weekly check-ins with you. All right. If you want to offer that, that could be a completely different offer, but then you're essentially wasting more time when you could be just servicing multitude of people, right?
No, absolutely. Yeah. And like I do enjoy working with people one on one to a degree, but it's like if I know I could get people good results too without it and still have my more freedom and them still be able to can stick with the program, then I don't really have a huge problem with that. Like I have clients who I give workouts and I prescribe things to them outside of the gym and they do it and they text me and ask questions and I know they're still making progress without me right next to them. So like that still makes me feel fulfilled to know that they're learning from me and they're getting results with what I'm showing them.
100%. What we could also do too is if you enjoy the one-on-one aspect, you could transition and be a hybrid trainer to where you're doing some in person and then the majority online. But if you're going to do in person, that's what I did. You're going to end up having to like go to a smaller gym or pay a gym fee, like a rent
That's
fee.
exactly, yeah. Okay. Because I've heard that from a couple other people, and I have some prior colleagues that have done that, and they pay like a rent fee at a private facility, but they get to bring in all their clients. They set their own rates. They collect
Correct.
100% of those rates. And I
Correct.
still have a lot of one-on-one. I still have a lot of local people to my area that I think like that would prefer to do one-on-one. So like until I did build up my online clientele, I'd probably want to keep them in some capacity.
Correct. So when I was doing it, I was training 40 people a week, 2 to 3 times a week, and I was charging 150 per session. My
Yeah.
gym fee was like maybe $500. That was like one client for me, and I had 24 access. So I was filtering those bad boys in there. And as I was trying to transition out, I'd keep my high ticket people in person, and then the ones that I
Yeah.
really didn't care a whole lot about, I'd be like, hey, I'm transitioning to the online. This is your option. If you don't want to do this, I can provide you, a resource of another trainer, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But it's an easy way, especially if you're well known in your local community. It's an easy way to generate, leads without actually having to jump in the DMs and all that stuff as well. So we'll show you how to market to get people to you in your in person if you want to do hybrid style as well as your online. Sound cool?
Yeah, man. I think that'd probably be the plan for me.
I like it, dude. All right. As far as what we need, what do you need? Like a strategic game plan, customized one-on-one approach. What is it that you feel like you need to be successful?
Just I guess a game plan somewhat. The marketing, I guess I just don't know how to like present this to people online and make it look professional and make myself look the part online. Like I know I look the part in real life, and I know like when I see people eye to eye or when I shake someone's hand, I can have that impact. But I guess I just don't know or how that delivery looks over a FaceTime or over a Zoom or over just an ad even, you know? So it's like, how do you make that, how do you get that clickbait, that it factor that makes people like, yeah, that looks great. Like, I want to learn more about that. And yeah, I'd pay 400 a month to get 3 workouts from that guy. You know, he seems fired up. He seems like he knows what he's doing. His workouts seem like it fit in with my goals, you know, whatever the case. Um, so yeah, just how to get through to people online, I guess. It's just a different medium.
100%. So your online marketing is not just going to be based on like gym selfies and workout videos. A lot of people
Yeah.
want to know who you are outside of the gym, right? How can you resonate with those individuals? What pain points do you solve for individuals, right? Give you an
Yeah.
example. I target men 35 to 50 that are high level executives. So think about those pain points those men have. Terrible eating habits. They're always in the office, never home with their kids or their wife. So for men, we need money, power, and sex to thrive, right? If one of those things
Yeah.
are thrown off, we got problems. So I show men how to optimize their health, be that beast in the boardroom, but also be that father that their kids need, as well as the husband that their wife originally married, right? Those
Yeah.
are major pain points. Those guys will pay me anything to make sure that they can get that intimacy back with their family, right? So we just got to figure out what pain point you're going to solve. Cool.
So, sorry, go ahead.
And our coaches actually help you kind of figure out that niche.
Absolutely. And yeah, so I guess finding my niche, yeah, that's definitely like that's the words that I was looking for to like that would help a lot. And then I guess the other thing is this, like, so you say you found your niche, which is high level executives. How does a guy like you who works from home on a computer, like, how do you actually connect with these people? How do you rub elbows with these people to even offer your services?
Yep. So that's what we're going to go into the module. So each
Yeah.
platform is going to be very specific. So for instance, 35 to 50, are those guys hanging out on TikTok? Fuck no. They're probably
Yeah.
on Facebook because they're an older demographic, right? My
Yeah.
Facebook and Instagram is linked. So remember, I had 40 in-person clients. So I had a ton of like CEOs from Chevy, car salesmen. I had a ton of people. So I was getting a ton of referrals. Then I would show those people on my storyline week to week on how I was coaching them, what I was putting them through. So it wasn't necessarily me. I was marketing what I was doing for those individuals, but it obviously was showing them cues and stuff like that. So I would get a ton of other older men reach out to me. I joined different groups on Facebook, right? Real estate
Mhm.
agents. I think of all the top jobs that guys with good money have because I don't want to have to negotiate my prices, right?
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of trainers, like that you were taught, hey, if they don't go for this, drop your price. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Understand who you are and the value that you bring. So think of yourself, think about Ferrari, right? Like there's no commercials for Ferrari and there's no fucking discounts. People, if they're going to buy a Ferrari, know what they're getting themselves into. High quality, speed, performance, right? Think about that as yourself, right? Think about McDonald's, Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is good at making like three things. McDonald's has like a million options. Guess who has more revenue? Chick-fil-A. They
Yeah.
don't veer from what they offer. There's very solidified. So for me, I offer 4, 8, and 12 month packages. I don't do month to month. I don't do 3, 6, 9, 12, 4, 8, 12. Okay. So when I started off, my 4 months was equivalent to 450 per month if they couldn't pay in full. My
Mhm.
8 month was equivalent to 375, and my 12 month was equivalent to 350. So that individual sees the price drop, but I had them for an extended period of time. Now, why did I choose 4, 8, and 12? 4 months, it's a whole habit change is done. I completed a whole habit change.
Yeah.
8 month, whole transformation physical. 12 month, whole lifestyle change. And at 8 and 12 months, they no longer view me as a coach. They view me as a trusted friend that gets them results. And it's hard to say no to a trusted friend on
Yeah.
those. So now I have them for longer periods of time. Yes, they're paying me up front a little less, but they're actually paying me more over an extended period of time. So I have predictable data for longer periods of time. So if someone comes off my roster, I have a ton of time to replace that or get them back in. Does that make sense?
No, absolutely. And then the only other thing I was going to ask you, so like when you do your billing, is it month to month?
So yeah, so I have like we'll go over it here, but I have like two different payment systems set up, and I have it automatically auto coming out each month, right?
And
But they
then
sign a
so
contract.
okay, so that's the next thing that I was going to ask because I struggle at Genesis. Like sometimes I have bringing a new client and I'll try to sell them a 24 pack, which is like 3 months worth of training, right? Twice a week or 3 times a week. And then they'll say, "Oh, I can't afford that, but I'll do 8 right now." So I still want to invest in them and give them the 8, but after the 8, they haven't gotten any results and they think it's too much or they think they don't want to do it anymore, and then they screw off and I don't make any more off of them. or else like they set up their thing as an EFT. And
Yep.
so like then they fucking cancel it on their own and go behind my back. And then they're like, oh, I can't do the training anymore. And like, I'm like, man, you said that you could do this commitment and I'm relying on this commitment to make a living. Like, and if you don't respect me, like that's bullshit. And I still need to collect that income from you. Like you need to hold up your end of the deal. So it's like, how does that contract binding, like, have you gotten, so you're, I guess that's probably not an issue because, like you said, you are recruiting people that have such an income that they can pay it all day. They're
I'm
not worried.
specifically, yeah, I'm targeting individuals I don't need to negotiate my worth with. And the thing is, when you're on a sales call or when you're with certain people and maybe you're going over them with Genesis, this is how I got to be really good at sales at Genesis.
Yeah.
They'd say, hey, I can't afford this. And I'm like, okay, let's sit back. And before I even got into the questions about what their goals are, I'd ask them like, hey, what do you do for a living? I'd ask them like, are we going out to eat? How often? I'm figuring out things. So I have a background of stuff for ammunition. Like I know
Yeah.
they spend $200 a week on fast food. I know they smoke cigarettes, whatever the case may be. And then they say they can't afford it. I'll be like, well, yeah, if we just actually get more resourceful with our money, you actually can. I can actually save you money if we just reduce half of your current habits and invest it towards something that's going to give you a return of investment. Because the stuff
Yeah.
that you're spending on, so spending and investing is two different things. You're spending money on this, which means you're not getting a return of investment. It's a one hitter quitter, whether you eat that, whether you smoke it. But if you invest in your health and fitness, right, you're getting a return of investment. So I used to tell people if you don't invest in your health and fitness, you inevitably invest in your illness tomorrow, right? So
Yeah.
I'd go over different factors. And if they said, hey, you know what, I love your program. So if you're on a sales call, like, Jeremy, I love your program. I literally can't afford anything. Cool. You know what? You're not for me then. Like, if you're saying you can't commit, but you've tried 3 or 4 different trainers, is it really the 3 or 4 different trainers, or is it you unable to commit to the process? And for
Yeah.
me, on a sales call, I don't need your business. I don't want them to think that I need their business. I know the value that I bring. I know what accolades I have and the education I have to support this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give the testimonials, I'll give these things. I'll let them talk to individuals that I've trained in the past. Do you want to have your last coach possibly, or do you want to continuously be in this current circumstance that you've been in the
Bouncing
last 5, 6
around.
years?
Yeah.
So if they're going off of cost, they're going to sacrifice quality. If you go on quality, you're going to pay a higher premium, right?
Yeah. For sure.
Higher premium means better service, a better experience. And that's what we're trying to give these people, experience, right? Think about if you go to a steakhouse, it's expensive, right? But usually the lighting is different. They're refilling your water every 2 seconds after one sip. It's a good experience. So you don't mind paying that additional cost because you remember how well you were treated. You go to
Yeah.
McDonald's, everyone gets treated the same. I want to feel like I'm a VIP. That's what your training system should feel like as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Outside of this, in the next 4 to 6 months, where would you like to see yourself differently than where you're currently at?
I'd like to be full time with my online business. Obviously, that'd be a great start, and then that would really allow me to like travel to more summits, more coaching events, get around more people that have the experience that I want to have, the knowledge that I want to have, because I didn't get to go to school for this, and and so now like I think of every day as my school, man. Like I want to listen to podcasts. I want to meet with people that have that 10 years of experience, people that know about breath work and people that know about mobility and people that are specialized in hypertrophy and like all these different details because I want to get those results for my clients if that's what they so want. And I still, I guess another aspect that I struggle with, like you said, your target audience is like these high business executives. Like sometimes when I have a client that comes in and they have this huge high earning career, I feel like I lose my confidence.
Nope, can't hear you yet. You're on mute now. You're on mute.
My bad, man. Somebody else tried to call and I was trying to turn down their call.
You're all good, brother.
So like, I feel like I lose my confidence in front of like these high earning clients because I'm 25 and I don't have a degree and I just started doing this, but I know that I have the knowledge and I have the power. So it's like, I just have to work on my delivery a little bit in front of guys like that to like be able to have the confidence to collect income from other high earning people. So that's just an aspect that I still struggle with as a young man, I guess.
So we'll actually help go over the confidence, because no matter if you're making $700 a month or 7 figures, you're going to have days, no matter how successful you are, you're going to be like, what did I get myself into? Why do people want to deal with me, right? However, when you're dealing with high level individuals, the number one thing those guys like, they're accustomed to people for that. They're accustomed to having to tell people what to do on a day-to-day basis. Those guys actually like being told what to do for once, because they're spending their whole day giving directions to everybody else. They just want to come in, not have to fucking think, and execute. So if you come in saying, hey, here's what we talked about. Do I have this correct? Boom, boom, boom. Yes, this is what I have planned out for you. High level entrepreneurs, high level men in general, they want to know you have a game plan laid out that's going to meet their needs, that's going to get them past their limitations and basically be the optimal version of themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. That makes actually a lot of sense too. And I guess like that's something I need to take into consideration better. Like anybody who's looking for a coach wants to be told exactly what to do. And if you have that conviction and that delivery, they're going to be ready to take it all in and do it if they're a truly motivated client.
And when they're fucking off, those guys love being called out. Like, hey,
yeah,
if this was a boardroom meeting, if this was your next Fortune 500 deal, would you be fucking off like you are right now in your session?
Yeah.
No. So when you can relate it back to business, you can relate it back to statistics. So everything is factual based for those guys, giving them metrics, success metrics, being able to track where they're coming from, tracking their weights they're using week to week. That's how those guys get bought into systems.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. And like they just diligently track the actual data, and the measurables there's so many measurables that like if you hold them accountable to those measurables, and like there's no way they can miss the result that they're aiming for.
Right. You give them a checklist. They know all about checking off by. Say, hey man, I want you to treat our training sessions like a KPI. Okay. How are you going to prove to me that you're going to hit these numbers? This is what I need to do. I need you to hit X percentage of this a week. Guess what? Most of them are going to start following through a lot more. Customization, constant following up. It's all going to be about service with those guys. Cool. Outside of that, man, let me ask you this. Let's just say on a hypothetical, not a whole lot changes, and maybe you don't move forward with your coaching. What would the next 12 months of your life look like if you didn't move forward and do what you're supposed to be doing?
I mean, I'd probably be stuck at Genesis making a lot less than I want to, and I'd be I wouldn't be able to move forward with other goals that I have in my personal life with my girlfriend, and with being able to travel, and with being able to buy a nicer car and put wheels on it and have a home gym and all these other things that I want in my personal life for me, not just for how I want to help my clients. So like I struggle with being a people pleaser a little bit. Like I want to help people and like I want to make a difference in their lives. So like I say yes to like shitty times with my sessions sometimes because I want to make a living. And so like right now my schedule is just all fucking over the place, man. I'm in there at 5:30 to noon, and then I'm off for a few hours, and then I'm back from like 4 to 7. And then I have one day that's like completely empty. And then and then I work at the bar Saturday night, and then I'm chill Sunday, but then Monday I'm back on that 5:30 a.m. schedule. So it's just like this back and forth. I don't have a sleep schedule. I hate not having my own routine either. And it's just like that stuff's making me a worse coach because I'm not my best self every day.
100%. You know what you're doing right now? You know what that's called? Neglect.
Yeah.
Right. So think about it. When someone has a child and it cries, usually it's hungry, it needs to shit, or it needs to be changed. Right. If you don't answer that cry, it's neglect. Right now, your mental health is crying out to you. And if you don't answer this fucking call, you're neglecting yourself, which means you can't be beneficial to other people that you care most about.
Yeah.
Right. So let me ask you this. So you just told me what happens if you don't move forward. Are you in a spot to where you're not going to settle for that anymore?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think I have to, because the only way, like, either I'm going to do this for another year and I'm going to get burnt out and quit and go back to a 9 to 5. And then I'm going to be wanting to fucking smoke weed and drink every weekend to escape that. And like, that's what my whole family, that's where I come from, man. And like, that's why I got into this. That's why I wanted to take this so seriously when I was 17, because like, I knew that I have an addictive personality. I have to fucking get hooked on something, man. I have to have something that I want to do all day, every day. Like, and this was that thing. Like, this was that thing that got me fired up and like wanted to walk with my fucking chest out every day and go to bed early and cut up my steak and veggies, or, you know, however, whatever terms you want to put it into. But that was the thing for me, and it still is. And I've been doing it. I've been working out consistently for 7 or 8 years. I got this job because somebody literally saw my passion when I was working out on the floor. And like, I know that I have it in me to make a real difference with people. I just have to find a way to make it into a real career. And then I can like actually advance my life with it.
I got you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read back everything that I've got on our notes. If I'm missing something, correct me. We'll change it. We'll add it. And then after that, I'm going to dive in all things NLCA. And then from there, I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to get you to your goals. Cool?
All right, man.
All right. So we are based out of Des Moines. You are a trainer over at Genesis just for over a year. Got your certification in NASM. Training 30 hours a week. You got 18 clients. The biggest reason why we're on this call is you want some financial freedom. You want some flexibility. You want to be able to set your own hours. You want to not feel stuck. Our goal is to transition by the summer. We'd like to have that done within the next 4 to 6 months. In order for this to happen, you need to be bringing in a minimum of about 6K, but our goal is to scale to 10. Right now, between Genesis and your bartending, we're bringing in just about 5K per month. Biggest challenge is that you're brand new to this space. So we need consistent clientele. We need lead generation. We need to be more organized with our time. What we tried is getting certified. You've had a couple mentors. This is our first steps outside of that. What we need is a specific game plan, specific resources, systems, and processes that will be more efficient with your time. If you don't move forward with this, we know we'll be in the same predicament the next year, which will cause major taxation on our mental health. We won't have the opportunity to travel nearly as much because overall, you want to be able to network. You want to be able to go to different fitness summits. And more importantly, you want to live in the purpose. Is that about right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, that's all 100% correct.
All right, my man, let's dive in. Let's get this thing popping for you. Let me know when you can see my screen and we'll party.
Okay, cool. Yep, it just popped up.
Awesome. So as you know, we're the Next Level Coaching Academy. This is a big deal, my friend. We are accredited through the Better Business Bureau. Our rating actually went up from an A to it's now an A+, so we need to update this a little bit. But we're also backed by ACE, NASM, and ISSA. So for you, I mentioned this is continuing education credits. This is 1.9 CEUs for you, which is phenomenal. Now, on the success ladder, you're going to have 2 tiers. You're going to have 10K Accelerator. You're going to have Mastery Level Coach. 10K Accelerator is ideal for an individual such as yourself who is looking to make that transition. The information in this course will get you from 0 up to 10K per month in as little as 4 months, if so desired. Now, Mastery Level will take place when you're hitting 10K a month on a consistent basis. And now maybe your focal point changes to you want to become more of that CEO. You want to reach those 100K months. We're going to teach you how to lead leaders and kind of step away from the day-to-day monotonous activities and be that CEO of your own business. Our program is really broken up into 4 phases. The first thing we want to do is get you some paying clients, then establish a solid business foundation by helping you generate leads organically to maximize your overall reach on all 3 platforms and develop sales and client retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass 10K per month. Now, on the support side of things, second to none, you're going to have an assigned one-on-one coach. That individual's been through both 10K and Mastery Level. They have a 6 or 7-figure business of their own, built out the information in this course. You'll have a customized game planning call to go over your goals and the most efficient way to get there. Every 2 weeks, one-on-one coaching calls. Excellent opportunity to revisit the game plan, make changes, receive feedback, and then get very specific instructions. Outside of that, when you've completed all of your sales modules and you're averaging about 1 to 2 Zoom calls per week, we'll introduce you to a private sales coach. This is going to be the game changer for you because you had mentioned right now earlier, sales was a struggle. This individual will help you overcome those objections, get you to close down those calls at a 40% clip or greater, which means maximizing return of investment. Okay. Bi-weekly roster group coaching calls accompanied by 5 times weekly group support calls that accommodated 9 to 5. This would go over client objection handling, client delivery, mindset issues, lead generation, even case studies. Okay. 24/5 tech support with your coach. So outside of all those game planning calls, you can ask as many questions as you like. They're contractually obligated to answer all of your questions. You'll have bonus bi-weekly group support calls with Chad. And then mental health is huge for us. So we created what we call the Zenpreneur method. Becoming your own boss is awesome. It's dope, but it gets overwhelming at times. So we have weekly mindset calls, breath work, meditation, even journaling sessions, just to ensure you're in a good headspace. Resources, you're going to have the course curriculum. You'll have that Zenpreneur method. This will be a game changer for you. We also provide done for you program that you can utilize as well, up to 3 years worth. So this will save you hours of time each week. We'll even give you agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific changes or enhancements. We do also offer an optional certification at no additional charge. Any questions on that?
No, man, I think I understand everything there.
Cool. Now, this is going to be the secret sauce to get you from 0 to 10K. And we'll kind of go into each of these phases a little bit more detailed during the actual module presentation, okay? So phase 1, act first. That means we're going to launch our business. You're going to announce to the world who you are and what you're about, but we're going to implement specific strategies to get your first couple clients. Phase 2, we're going to set up all of your back-end systems, make sure you're a fully legal company, identify what problem you solve. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. First 2 phases will try to take you about a month and a half tops to get completed, okay? One time setup, the rest of the time in phase 3 and phase 4. We're gonna teach you how to maximize your overall marketing. So all things social media related, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, podcast, YouTube, you name it, we'll deep dive into that. We'll also show you how to generate more lead engagement with WhatsApp community chat, and then we'll show you how to close down deals more efficiently. Phase 4 is like the fine tuning of things, maximizing your sales skills, having consistent client delivery systems, but emphasizing the customer support and client retention to keep people happy for longer periods of time. Any questions on that, my man?
No, I think all that makes pretty good sense as well.
Awesome. Now, this is the fun stuff. This is what we came for. This is our actual course, 33 total modules. Each module is going to have an overview link. It'll also be associated with videos. The link in the videos are tutorial style, so they'll go step by step, show you exactly what to do, okay? First step to becoming a full-time coach, we're going to give you 3 different strategies. The things that we provide for you, the resource we provide for you are already done for you, so it saves more time. We're more efficient. The 10K Accelerator Directory, I want you to view this as onboarding material that will help you become a better student. It shows you how to maximize the program to its fullest capabilities. The Success Roadmap will be a 2-part phase. What do we need to do to get from 0 to 5K a month? And what do we need to do to get from 5 to 10? So clear expectations, videos accompany that as well. Now, based upon your specific goals, we want to implement daily and nightly routines. We also know that fear of failure, anxiety, imposter syndrome, those are all natural, normal feelings. We teach you how to move past that to move forward with your business. We also identified the top 10 struggles you'll face as a fitness entrepreneur. We've provided solutions behind each and every one of these as well. Now, administration systems and ChatGPT is where things get interesting. Have you started messing around with ChatGPT yet?
I actually have not. I just started learning about it a little bit ago, but I still have a lot to go.
We'll actually cover all that for you. ChatGPT is like Google on steroids. It's like a high-powered virtual assistant. We're going to show you how to maximize that, make your time more efficient, use it for creating SOPs, content creation ideas, even use it to streamline your nutrition and your programming.
What's an SOP, Jeremy?
Standard operation procedures.
Okay, thank you.
You got it, my man. Backend systems, we'll show you how to set up Wave and Stripe for payments. So you talked about like how do we collect payments. DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform and Calendly to book calls. You can even utilize Trainerize or TrueCoach to upload all of your programming, all of your nutrition, make it more customized for your clients. Now, every module is going to have what they call a module overview document. So up here to the right, these are going to be all the videos that cover every single thing in the module, okay? Now, on the bottom is going to be your written material. You click on this. When you click on this, this will naturally save to your Google Docs. So you'll have step-by-step written material, okay? So if you can read and follow instructions, you're going to be fine, all right? So this will show you step-by-step. Now, if you're a visual learner, let's pretend that you want to set up Wave for payments. You'll click on this. Check this out. So he's literally showing you what to click on, what to type, what to insert. It gets no easier than that. This is kind of like an open book test with the answers circled and highlighted in red. If you can't figure that out, we've got problems, right?
Yeah.
Cool. From there, we are going to do the same thing for your financial systems. Okay, so we're going to show you how to set up your LLC, get your employment identification number, when to open up a business bank account, how to track what's coming in and out of your business, when to pay quarterly taxes, when to pay yourself, examples of business write-off. All of your business legalities are covered through here. Now, cool thing is, if you're to file your LLC the traditional way, it takes roughly 2 to 3 weeks. We're partnered with an AI company. If you choose to use this, it's done within 2 to 3 hours. It's already verified by a lawyer. Everything's set up. Cool?
Yeah.
Target setting, we're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. So we'll deep dive into your goals. And then from there, this is when we're going to identify your ideal challenge or what problem you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. So really understanding the value that you bring, your education, your experience. Is this going to be more done for you? Like do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself program. The more that you do for individuals, the higher the ticket offer. The high ticket offer is established upon your length of terms. So we help with the structure of your pricing, how to create your unique angle, and when to create downsells and discounts. Any questions on that so far?
No, man, that seems awesome. It seems super comprehensive.
Yeah, for sure, brother. This next part is all social media. So we're going to show you how to do 1 hour's worth of work, get 7 to 14 different pieces of content created by utilizing some AI software. Now that we have all that content, we can spread it across all these platforms. So for instance, we want to show you how to set up podcasts in YouTube so more people know who you are, what you're about, the message that you're trying to convey. And then we'll show you how to market for all things Instagram, Facebook, TikTok related. So it's more than just randomly posting, very specific strategies and resources in each platform. We take it all the way down to the hashtag use, page aesthetics, page organization, call to actions, reels, storylines, any intricate detail we cover on all these platforms, okay? Content creation made easy. This is just a really cool introduction to editing features. So introduce you to Canva Basic, Canva Pro, Microsoft Designer, great for logo designs, branding, and page aesthetics. And then from there, we're going to lead into the 10K lead generation framework. The first of which is what we call earned media. I want you to think of this as like inbound marketing or people coming to you, like they're raising their hand, they're reaching out to you, like, yo, Jared, what's up? I want to connect. So we'll show you resources and strategies to get them enticed to want to reach out to you. Really cool example, cross-pollination. This means maybe you're partnered with another coach from across the country, okay? Their audience gets to see who you are, your audience gets to see them. We establish more of a following, we have more engagement, and now that we have new people to connect with, we can provide resources, follow up with them, and this could lead into the scholarship strategy. Getting people wanting to sign up for your program, it builds urgency and excitement. Opposite end of this is what we call conversation and calls or outbound marketing. It's you reaching out to individuals first. So again, maximizing your local community. As an example, I'm partnered with a local supplement company out here. I have all of my clients utilizing specific supplementation based upon their goals. That supplement company gives me 30 referrals a month because I support their business through my clients.
Damn, dude. That's
so think about that.
Cool.
Anyone reaching out to me that was in a supplement shop, they've already got goals. They're calling me. That's a extremely warm lead.
Yeah, that's insane. That's really cool.
Another example, like my wife's in healthcare, some of the most unhealthiest people are healthcare providers. I'll go do seminars, like 20, 30-minute seminars. I'll get 15 referrals off of that, right? Damn, my wife's a smoke show. Everybody likes her. I'm just that ugly motherfucker that knows how to get people in shape. So easy way to get some business, right?
Yeah, man.
Cool. Now, when we do dive into the DMs, we'll give you specific scripts that you can change based upon your tonality. We'll give you conversation and call examples, but more importantly, we'll show you where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms, how to build and nurture these relationships by filtering them through a WhatsApp group. So that way they're already talking to individuals you currently serve or have service. Damn. So by the time they get on that sales call, they understand who you are, what you're about, and the testimonials that you provide. Referral strategy, easiest way to grow your business, friends, families, coworkers. Talk about how amazing you are. We're going to show you different resources and strategies to incentivize them to bring you referrals every single month without you actually having to ask. So it comes on autopilot, okay? Any questions on all that?
No, man, this all sounds really, really cool.
Cool. Let's keep it rolling. Last part of this is going to be all sales. Okay. So this is going to be your bread and butter. All right. Once we nail this down, you'll be in the clear. So we're going to show you the sales psychology and how to maximize your sales skills to set up 2 types of phone calls. The first is a meet and greet, a 10-minute screening call. You're trying to identify, do I really want to work with this individual? Can I actually solve their problems? If you do identify that you want to work with that individual, we take them to the closing call. So we'll show you, we'll kind of break it down and give you specific scripts. We'll give you the entire objection handling web. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts. This will be massive. Understanding how to create financing options for people who normally couldn't afford your program. It gets them in, okay? Now, whether you lock them in or not, we want to go back and we want to track all this. We want to track how many calls were booked, how many showed, how many closed, and at what length of term. So we give you our resources to track this efficiently and have predictable data every single month. And then the client objection handling, this is going to be all the excuses you're going to hear on the online space as to why someone can't start your program. We give you over 30 different examples. The more you can familiarize yourself with this, the easier it is to overcome those objections and get them wanting to move forward. Any questions on that so far?
No, man, sounds great.
Now, onboarding process, probably the most overlooked area by most coaches and trainers. It's someone's first 30 days in your program. So this will make or break if people want to continue with you. We want to make sure energy is high, buyer's remorse is low, getting them resources, setting up standards and expectations. Client delivery is going to be the fun stuff, the week-to-week process and how we deliver services. We just show you how to do it a little bit more efficiently. And then we also show you what to do when someone's ghosting you, if they want to quit, they're not listing. It happens to all of us. But what do we do if they've already paid for services and they're doing this? A lot of times people just want to feel like they're a part of a larger community. So we show you how to set that up. We also show you how to set up more individualized touch points, how to create challenges and incentives to get them to want to execute on a consistent basis. And then we can go back and we can track our client success metrics to ensure that we're delivering world-class results. From there, we're going to move into customer support, the not so fun side of things, cancellations, refund requests. What if someone needs to go on vacation for an extended period of time? How do we handle that? And then lastly, client retention. We want to keep people in our program for long periods of time and advance into higher levels of our program. What are the strategies behind that? And how do we track it? Any questions and all that?
No, man, I think this all sounds really awesome so far.
Cool. Let's do a quick recap. And then if you think of something, we'll go over it. Cool.
Yeah, sounds great.
All right, so it's going to be a 4-month program. You're going to have your customized game planning call. You're going to have a private one-on-one coach all 4 months. You'll have one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks. You'll have a private sales coach. You're going to have the Facebook community and CEO trainings 5 times a week of group support calls, bonus bi-weekly group support calls with Chad, 24/5 tech support, done for you programming, and optional certification, and the business course curriculum. Did we miss anything?
No, man, I don't think so.
Cool. Now, out of all the stuff that I talked about, I did a shit ton of talking, so I appreciate you paying attention. Out of all those things, what was maybe 1 or 2 things that stood out that solidified this was the program for you?
I mean, I guess the fact that you guys help with the social media development, the actually like setting up the business and LLC, all that stuff, that was all stuff that I was looking into on my own, like maybe a few months ago. And I just felt so overwhelmed. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know who to talk to. I didn't know how to find another mentor like for this stuff around here that's doing a similar business, or like, why would they want to help me when I'm going to be one of their competitors? So it's like, I just needed to find something like this. And like, this just seems very comprehensive. I don't think there's any aspect of the business that's overlooked here. And like, that sounds really cool because I just saw at least a few things that you touched on were stuff that I've never been talked to about from my fitness managers or my colleagues about like client retention and this and that. And the first 30 days being the most important, I guess, like just, it's a lot different than what I'm used to, which is awesome. It's a lot of good things that I overlooked in the beginning of my career, which I'm still in the beginning of my career, but I want to get up to speed as quick as possible.
Yeah, I love that. And now, are you 100% confident this is exactly what you've been looking for and you need?
Yeah.
You're pretty confident with the support and education that we provide that you'd be able to execute the game plan as laid out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, man. I love that. Did you get a chance to check out any testimonials?
I have not yet.
Okay, I'm just going to share.
I mean, I've seen a few on the Instagram, but I haven't actually like dug deeper myself to learn more about what results people have gotten.
Yeah, I'm just going to share 2 of them with you, okay? First one I'm going to share is Karina. She was making about $2K a month. Her goal was she wanted to travel, spend more time with her kids. First tattoo indicates when she started in LCA. Bottom tattoo indicates when she quit her job. Yes, that's a real tattoo. That's the type of effect it had on her. After 6 months, she was collecting 10 to 12K a month on a regular basis. She's now making 15K a month and she works 35 hours a week. So she's traveling. She's a one-woman show. She gets to spend time with her kiddos. I showed you her because you mentioned traveling is a really big thing for you, right?
Yeah.
Flexibility, freedom. Now, on the flip side of things, I'm going to share Jen Richards. She's an IFBB pro. This is her husband, Darren. She was a physician's assistant back in 2015. Her goal was to leave her job, start her own online business. She started her own online business, could only get to 10K, joined us in 2021, and now she's hitting 100K months on a regular basis, has a staff size of 12. Last month, she collected 150K.
God damn.
So you can make this as big as you want, as little as you want. So check that out. Before in 2021, she was making 10K, okay? So from 2021 to now 2023, year and a half, 2 years later, she's a 7-figure earner.
Yeah.
Where else are you going to be able to do that?
Yeah, it's going to be tough, man.
Student average is pretty dope, man. So 73% of our students sign their client in month 1. On average, it takes them 1 week to do so. So at the end of 4 months, the average student is making anywhere between $6,500 to $8K. The average. Okay.
Mhm.
So think about that. That's huge. Other students that do go full time, it takes them just 10.6 weeks. So we're talking about just over 2.5 months for people to be able to quit their job and do what they really love.
Yeah.
It's taking people just 13 weeks on average to hit 10K a month. So think about that. Just over 90 days, we could be working toward a new tax bracket. And the students who stay with us 12 months have 97 clients on their roster. Those individuals with 97 clients are averaging 366,000 a year. Now, at that point, you're no longer a one-man show. Usually, you can expect to average between, I'd say, 30 to 60 clients on your own. Then we'd be bringing on, an assistant coach or teaching you how to hire those individuals. Cool.
Yeah.
Program's getting scored a 4.6 out of 5. Any questions, any concerns about the averages?
No, man, those stats look great.
Last part I really want to cover because this is going to be a game changer for you. Did you get to hear about the 2.5 times your investment guarantee?
Yes. No, I actually did not hear about that part either.
Okay, so I'm going to go through that super quick. So a lot of companies will have a money back guarantee. We have a 2.5 times your investment guarantee, or you get 100% refund. Okay, so essentially a 10-year one-on-one coach or a 10-year group support call, pretty standard. 10 of your one-on-one coaching calls, which is only 2 per month. 1 group support call each week. Charge at least the bare minimum suggested price of $250 or more. So for you, closer to $400. Okay. Run a scholarship program within the first 90 days. Don't spend longer than 2 weeks on the optional certification if you choose to use that, and have no late payments. You do all that, show up and do the work as exactly as laid out. Guarantee you will 2.5 times your investment, or you get 100% refund. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Year to date, we've helped almost 3,000 students. We've only had to return 1.6%.
Jesus, dude.
Does that give us a little bit more confidence?
Yeah, that gives me a ton of confidence.
Cool. All right. Last piece. Talk about the investment. What's it going to cost us? There's going to be a payment plan or a paid in full option. Okay. So paid in full, pay the whole thing up front, save a significant amount of money. Payment plan means we'll figure out something based upon your budget. We'll put a down payment, spread the rest out over 4 months. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. What's this going to cost us? Only $100,000 in your left kidney. I'm playing. No, there's a payment plan of $8,800, a paid in full option of $7,497 that saves you $1,300. Out of those two, which do you think works best for you?
I'd probably have to do the payment plan.
Yeah, man, that's what 95% of us have to do. I did the same thing. Okay, let's talk about that. Okay, so I've seen people put down 2,000, 3,000. The average individual usually puts down about 2,600. Okay, you spread that out over 4 months. Your payments are about 1,500 per month. Okay.
Okay.
Just over 1,500, which is equivalent to you needing 3 to 5 clients. Is that something you can commit to?
I can't commit to it today, but I can set things up within the next 2 weeks to be able to get this process started. And that would be my plan when I hang up this call with you, is to stay in touch with you and make that happen, because I'm living paycheck to paycheck right now, and it sucks. I don't even have the initial payment in my checking account to be able to do that right now. But I just lost my grandpa, and I'm supposed to be getting like an $8,000 inheritance from him. And like, if I got that, I would be so willing to like directly put that into this. And it's supposed to be like, it's tied up in the bank because it was in his savings account, and his life insurance wasn't set up right before he passed. So there's been some complications with it, but I know that, and even if that didn't come, I could sell clients the next few weeks at the gym, get paid those commissions, and then I'll have the money in my checking in the middle of the month to give you that initial start of like 2,600 down. And then I might be tight for a little bit, but I know absolutely that this would be worth it. And this sacrifice would lead to like a long-term success for me. And I wouldn't be in this rut that I'm in at the gym right now, with nobody supporting me, nobody in my corner, trying to fly blind and build my own business every day without the knowledge that I need. And just, I don't even have the time to I feel like I don't have the time in between to like listen to a podcast or engage in other learning, because I don't even know where to start. Whereas like with this program, that would take all that guesswork out of it for me. I would be able to just directly get straight to work on all these topics that you guys have proven are important in this industry. So it's like, I don't really see another. I actually had an interview at Lifetime Athletic this morning. I'm sure you're familiar with them too.
Yep.
And they told me all about like, oh, we sell training clients at $100 an hour. Like, your commissions aren't going to be that great, but people are down to pay this value. You can make $75K a year. And like, even the highest numbers of their end don't even compare to what you're talking about. And like those trainers are still there all day, 5 or 6 days a week. Like, they don't have free time. So it's like, how do you do it and not get burnt out and actually make a difference for people? This is actually the future. Like, and I met a guy who does something similar to this. His business is all online when I was traveling in California, and he gets to travel in his RV, live with his girlfriend. He does a few classes for people on Zoom. He meets with his clients when he's traveling around, like here and there, once or twice a year, has dinner or coffee with them. And I'm like, dude, that's the way to do it. That's cool as hell. And he's still getting people results. So I'm like, man, this is the way.
I got you. I got an idea, man. Let's get resourceful. I know that 2,600 is a little bit tight. I got another option. Getting resourceful means just putting our head together, kind of figuring out something that makes sense for you, that we can actually get you started sooner rather than later. Because if think about this, we were to get started a lot sooner, think where you would be in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. So check this out. Let's try this out. We have this thing in-house. Okay. So we can take that 8,800, but we spread it out over 12 months. Okay. So if we pay it out within 4 months, it's 8,800. Anything past 4 months, there's a little bit of interest, but they just count that price up at the top. Okay. So if we did that over 12 months, it's 833.33. However, if you pay it off in 4 months, it's the 8,800. If you pay off in 60 days, I'll honor the paid in full amount of 7,497, which saves you $1,300. Okay. So think about that. 833.33 is what we'd be utilizing. So it gets you in for a lot less down, right? It incentivizes you to take action. And if you pay off sooner, you get a $1,300 discount.
Damn, yeah, it's okay. So then what do you need from me today then? That's the thing. Because
it'd just be 833.
833?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Okay. Shit. I really want to do it. I need to discuss it with my girlfriend though, because if I do it, then I'm going to be tight on funds for the next month. I'm barely going to be able to cover my half of rent. She's going to have to help me. And I can't do that without speaking with her, but I could do the 833 today. I'm like 98% sure.
Cool. So let's talk about that. Let's just take moving forward off the table. Okay. How long have you been with your girl?
A little over a year, about a year now.
Okay. So a year. Does she know like the stress that you're currently going under?
Absolutely. She's in on this with me. She does training with me. She knows what I'm going through at work. She's passionate about fitness as well. She's not in it as a career, but she knows how much I love this and how much I want to make this a thing. And she believes in me.
So check this out. So she trains with you. How dope is this? Because my wife jumped in with me. Check this out. If you get in this, she can have access to, you guys could essentially run a business together. She would understand how to do it on her own. You guys would, or you could combine it. So I ran training. My wife was like, she's a sports nutrition specialist and she's also a life coach. So I used to have my clients get to talk, like my female clients would enjoy talking to her because there's stuff that I'll never be able to understand because my DNA is wired differently.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. For sure.
So those women were more open to telling her what was really going on, which was causing cortisol levels to raise, stress, all that stuff. And then my guy clients liked it because my wife's a smoke show. So they'll start telling the whole story about what's bothering them, right? Because another man to another man.
Easy to talk to. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So like for me, if two guys are talking about, stop being a bitch, let's just do this, right? A girl's going to be more empathetic, right?
Yeah.
So we got a ton of business off of that because she also sells life coaching packages. So we had crazy different options. So we were just, essentially your girl could utilize this too. So my thought process is she's already supportive. She already knows where you're at mentally, how this is causing a strain. Do you really think the woman that you love or that loves you would be opposed to you taking action if it's going to get you guys in a better circumstance and it's guaranteed to get your money back?
Yeah, I don't think she would. I just need to make sure that if we do it, that I have a plan in place for how the next few months are going to look, because and so would that 880 or whatever the number you said, would that
833.33?
That bill would be recurring every month, or when would my next payment come out?
Yeah, it'd be monthly.
Okay. Cause that's the thing. It's just like that, just where I'm at with like my extra funds. Like I probably have that's like my exact extra after I pay my bills. So like if I did this, I would have to I'd have to be getting in another 1 or 2,000 a month in order to like be able to eat and be able to put gas in my car. Like that's kind of how tight I am. So that's like, and she has some money in savings too. And I know that I have that money coming from my grandpa. So it's like, I know I have things coming in that would actually be able to make me comfortably afford this. But right now, if I just did it on the dot, I would be super tight. And that's the only thing I'm scared of. And like, I know that I can make it work, but
So scared and anxiety is a completely normal. You should be fucking
yeah,
scared. I was
yeah.
too, because you're talking about leaving something that you've known now for a year.
And it's
Okay?
secure and it's
Right.
yeah,
So now the other
more
thing is
secure.
I want you to kind of start walking yourself through again. What happens if you don't? Because most of the time we're going to
Yeah.
find reasons not to do it versus reasons to do it. Right. Best athletes, best coaches, best anybody in the world, they take fast action and they commit to the process. They rarely change their mind. Mediocre
Yeah.
individuals overthink, overanalyze, and they undercommit because they can't take action. Right. You mentioned earlier you're at a point to where you're no longer willing to settle. You take action. You've already got some things in the background. I want you to think of this. Would short-term uncomfortableness be worth you being able to 2.5 times your investment, be financially free, and do something you actually fucking love?
Yeah. I mean, it definitely would. Yeah, it definitely would.
Let me ask you this. We do have a third-party financing company. It's called SweetPay. It's only 5% down of the 8,800. We spread that over 12 months. So to get started today would be 675. Your next payment wouldn't be due until uh, I'd say mid October, which is roughly about 6 weeks. I want to say 5, 6 weeks, either probably beginning of September, or not September, it is September, beginning of October. But then your ongoing monthly payment would be about 729, which is you need like 1.5 to 2, or yeah, about 1.5 to 2
Yeah.
clients what you're charging.
Damn, dude. So that, yeah, that puts into perspective. Like if I immediately signed up a couple clients online and I still kept doing what I'm doing at Genesis for 6 months until I transition, then that's still going to cover the nut that I put in on this to invest in this.
Exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Yes.
God damn it, dude. Yeah. Okay. So if I do this today, you'll take my payment over the call right now.
Yeah, I'll go on Wave. I'll share my screen so you can see what I'm typing in. We'll sign a client agreement. So everything I promised you will be in a client agreement. We'll go over that together.
Okay. My girlfriend literally just got home. I'm going to close the door and I'm going to tell her for 2 minutes what I'm actually going to do before I do it because I respect her. But I think I'm able to do this, man.
I'd probably do, if you can, which either one's going to be a fine option. But if you go through in-house, you're not really having your credit pulled. See what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And I would do the first option, the 830. I would be able to do that one. I'd be able to swing that one and not be able to have to get financing from a third party because I would really rather not take out another loan on it, I think. Yep. So, okay. If you don't mind, hang tight for 2 minutes. I'll be right back, man.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Thank you. So. All right, Jeremy, I'm back if you're available, man.
Of course, brother. You ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna do it. Let's go.
Let's go, dude. I'm gonna share my screen with you and we're gonna party. Get this all taken care of for you. So this is Wave, my friend. So this is gonna be one of the ones, the payment processing systems that we tell you to utilize. Super user friendly. All I did was I went over here and I put invoices, create new. Then you go to add customer, super simple. I hit create new contact and boom. So then I type in your information, which will be dope because this will save. So when anytime I need to pull you up again, it'll already be set up.
Okay, hell yeah, that sounds great.
And boom. What's a good email address for you, brother?
First name, last name at yahoo.com. So just Jared Susselman at Yahoo.
I gotcha. Okay. You got a Yahoo as well? I thought I was the only one left in this world that had one of those. Yahoo.com. All right. What's the best phone number to get a hold of you at?
Oh,
There you go. Perfect. What's a good billing address for you, my man?
1720 Northeast Gateway Court. And that's it. That's apartment, Grimes, Iowa.
Okay.
And then it's apartment 308. I don't know if you need to put that in the top line or okay.
Yeah, I put that in there.
Cool, man.
Save
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, you got it. And then we're just gonna hit add item. So then we're gonna put in 10K accelerator. Whoops. Should auto populate. Boom. I'll just change out the pricing on this. We'll put 833.33. I'm just gonna put payment on plan. Okay. Boom. Save and continue. Approve draft. Now this is cool. So when you're on a sales call like this, you can hit share link and then you hit preview window so they can see you typing in their information, which gives people a lot more security.
Okay, awesome.
And it will populate here in a second. All right, I'm ready when you are, my man.
Okay, so you can 4342
Okay.
5690
Okay.
1133 8061
And month and
then
year.
0626
Okay. And security code.
694.
Okay. And how does your card read on there?
It's just first name, last name, no middle initial or anything.
Okay, cool. Oops. All right, and zip code?
50111.
Okay.
And so that will be just set up as an automatic payment after the first, right? Or it'll just renew on the first each month?
So, yep. So this one's done. So I'm actually going to set this up for you so you can see how I'm doing it.
Okay.
So then we're going to go back into Wave. And now we're going to go reoccurring invoices. So now all your information should already be saved. So we're going to hit create new or hit create new reoccurring, hit your name. And now this should pop right up. Boom. See that pops up and then boom.
Yeah, cool.
We hit 10K again. We put in 33, and I'll put in here monthly payment. Oops. Okay.
And so it'll take me about 10 months to have that paid out in full.
Yeah. So the goal is to actually have this paid off within your 4 months, right?
Okay, yeah. If I once I get all the new clients and everything.
You got it. And then this
Got
will
it,
actually
okay.
start in October 1st, and then this will end after 11 payments. Okay, so you hit next. Next, your card's already saved on file, so this will automatically pull. Next, see, October 1st, you're good to go there. So obviously the goal is to get you can pay this off as soon as you want. Obviously, if you pay it off in 60 days, you're out here killing it. Pay it off, you save that $1,300. The goal is to try to pay this thing off within the 4 months. If not, anything past the 4 months, you're just paying the $833.33. It's no big deal.
Okay, cool, man.
Okay, so you're set up there. Now, all the things that I promised you, we're going to go in here. So DocuSign, you'll have a ton of these. Me, I get really organized. See, I have mine where it says guaranteed contracts. Yours will be a guarantee. So we hit guarantee 10K for a month. Then I'll put in your information. So we're going to hit Jared. You said Yahoo, right?
Yes.
First name dot last name at Yahoo. Okay.
So no dot, just first, last.
Oh, okay. My fault. My fault.
You're good, man.
So all one word.
Yep.
Okay. Boom. Hit advanced edit. This moves pretty fast.
Okay, cool.
Next. So here we're going to go into the date that we came in agreement, which is going to be today. So 9/1/23. And we're going to put, oops, stupid. Hold on, my fault. We're going to put the first. We're going to hit here, September. And date that came in. Did you want your start date to be today or did you want to be tomorrow? Like, what did you want?
Today's fine.
Let's do it. So you'll want to give the onboarding specialist, I'd say they'll probably reach out to you in the next hour to hour and a half, and they'll get you onboarded. You'll get a text message from the onboarding specialist. Her name is going to be Chelsea, most likely.
Okay.
Okay. And so she'll be the one that gets you course access. You'll be able to book your game planning call with your coach. You do not have to wait for the game planning call for your coach to actually dive in. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to put here. So specials, we're going to put 10K. Payment plan. Here. Client paid 833.33. 23.
Make fresh ice.
Oh, okay. That should look good. Then what I'm going to do, where it says routing and account number, that's what you put in to get your guarantee back. If you don't have that information, just put NA, no big deal there.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And then I've got one more place to sign. I'm going to send it your way. Then I'm going to have you look it over. You're going to sign it. After you sign it, we'll go over next steps. Cool?
Yeah.
All right. All right. It's coming your direction, my man. So go ahead and check your email.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go away from my Zoom page just to plug in my bank account numbers quick, but I'll be right back.
All good.
And I can still hear you, so.
Cool.
All right, man. I've got everything signed on here now.
All right, let me double check. And then I'm going to go over next steps with you because you're going to want to know. Oh, perfect. Got that done. Cool. So let me share my screen again because you're going to want to see this. All right. Okay, so next steps here. Mentioned earlier, you're going to get a text message from an onboarding specialist, probably Chelsea, within the next hour to hour and a half. We'll have all of your
Okay.
information in there. You'll have course access. You'll be able to book your game planning call. Now, this is important. Once you get course access, okay, you're going to see these videos. Remember, I clicked on all of these things. So, for instance, again, if you
Yes.
go to here, just some random one, you click on the overview document, click on every single overview document so they naturally save to your Google Docs. So you always have it, okay? Now, when you watch the
Okay.
videos, so say, for instance, we set up this, percent setting up an LLC. You want to let this video play it all the way through. Don't push complete. Don't fast forward it. That's how they track to see who actually completes the course to its fullest entirety. Okay. So let it play
Okay.
all the way through. Read all the material. That's how they track you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Any other questions? Oh, by the way, send me a picture. Could be a gym selfie. Could be you and your girl. I don't care what it is. Send me a picture on how you want to be viewed by others. And we're going to put that on our private Facebook group. It's going to say, hey, welcome Jared to 10K Accelerator. So send that to my text message.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Just text that to you right now.
Yeah. Yep. Because I'm
Okay,
gonna send
cool.
all that information onto the onboarding specialist. You should be getting a text here within like the next hour to hour and a half.
Damn. Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks for all your time, man, and all your help and getting me started on this. So all my mentors will be other people than you now because you're just an onboarding specialist, right?
I'm an enrollment specialist, but I'll be reaching out to you probably in the next 2.5, 3 weeks just to check on you, which I usually always do with everyone that I help out. And then I'll probably reach out to you about about the halfway point of your course to see how things are rolling, the progress. I want to see about it. I want to hear about it. I want you to be able to brag. So I'll
Dude,
be in
hell
touch
yeah.
with you throughout the entire process.
You're the man. I really appreciate your help, Jeremy. Thanks for the call and thanks for getting me fired up and showing me an example of how I can get going in this career.
Let's go. You're going to fucking kill it, man. Just follow the game plan. A big thing too, always communicate to your coach. If you're going through something mentally, like you're like, fuck, I can't get past this. That's what that's what our community chats are for. Use that. Do not hold back.
Absolutely.
Okay?
All right. Thank you so much,
All right,
brother.
my
Have a
man.
good one.
Hey, man, you and your girl need to celebrate tonight.
We will for sure.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Later.